On a planet bathed in an emerald glow, the Amazonian alien girls gathered in their sacred grove, adorned in flowing garments that shimmered like iridescent wings. Vibrant flora twisted around them, echoing their spirit. Zoe, the group's leader, stood tall, wild hair cascading down her back, her eyes gleaming with ambition. "I can feel it in my bones," she declared, enthusiasm radiating from her. "The potential for discovery awaits us beyond the stars." Her companions nodded, excitement mingling with trepidation. Lena, the dreamer, clutched her hands, imagining the endless possibilities of new worlds. Mira, the pragmatist, crossed her arms, skepticism evident. "We need to be cautious. We know nothing of what lies beyond our atmosphere," she warned. Yet the allure of the unknown was too irresistible. As they boarded their sleek spacecraft, a ship built from the materials of their lush terrain, the girls exchanged determined glances. This mission was not just about exploration. It was a chance to gather knowledge that might save their home from ecological disaster. With a surge of power, the vessel soared into the vibrant skies, crossing the boundaries of their realm. As they ventured deeper into the cosmos, a sudden burst of cosmic energy enveloped them. The ship lurched violently, alarms blaring. "Hold on!" Zoe shouted as the controls flickered unpredictably. Despite their expertise, the storm proved unrelenting. They spiraled through an interstellar vortex, crashing down to an unfamiliar planet below. A shockwave surged through the craft as it landed, leaving the girls dazed but unhurt. As the dust settled, they ventured out of the wreckage. The landscape before them was starkly contrasted. Gray skyscrapers loomed against a cerulean sky. The air was thick with the noise of distant traffic and the voices of countless strangers. "What is this place?" Lena whispered, wide-eyed, as they stepped onto the unfamiliar pavement. "I don't know yet," Zoe replied, glancing around nervously but excitedly. "But we're going to find out." Stepping out of their craft for the first time on Earth, the alien girls were met with a cacophony of sounds, honking horns, laughter, and the rhythmic beat of music wafting from the nearby streets. They marveled at the towering buildings that touched the sky, a stark contrast to their forested homeland. "What is that?" Mira asked, pointing at a bright red vehicle racing past, leaving behind a trail of noise and fumes. "A strange creature?" Lena suggested, giggling at the absurdity of it all. The girls moved cautiously through the park, their colorful attire drawing curious stares from pedestrians. Zoe instinctively straightened her posture, determination coursing through her, as she led them into a nearby garden filled with flowers and greenery. "Stay close. We need to blend in," she reminded them. But their fascination with this new world kept pulling them apart. Near a fountain, they encountered a group of humans. One approached them, a young man with tousled hair and a warm smile. "Hey there. You guys are different. Are you new here?" he asked, his eyes sparkling with curiosity. Zoe hesitated, fidgeting. "We are travelers," she finally stated, her voice firm yet intriguing. "Travelers, huh? I'm Elias. Welcome to Earth," he said, unbothered by their strange appearance. As Elias chatted, the girls exchanged glances, intrigued yet cautious. "I'm glad to meet you, Elias," Zoe replied, emboldened by his friendly demeanor. He led them to a sunny patch of grass, sharing stories about life on Earth, the seasons, cultures, and the thrill of adventure. The girls listened enraptured as Elias painted a picture of the vibrant world around them. "What do you do for fun?" Lena asked, her interest piqued. "Oh, a bit of everything. I love sports, music, and hanging out with friends," he replied, his enthusiasm infectious. As the conversation continued, Zoe observed how easily Elias interacted with the people around them, gracious, confident, and effortlessly engaging. She felt her curiosity deepen, both about the world and about him. "Why do you seem nervous?" Elias asked, tilting his head slightly, sensing her hesitation. Zoe took a deep breath, feeling the weight of his gaze. "We come from a place where our society does not know males," she admitted, vulnerability creeping into her voice. Elias's expression shifted from curiosity to understanding. "You mean you've never seen a guy before?" The gravity of this revelation caught them both off guard. Zoe realized how peculiar it must seem. It's complicated. We have our own ways, she replied, conflicted. Mira broke in, clearly uncomfortable with the depth of the conversation. We should be careful. We might not belong here, she urged, concern knitting her brow. Lena, however, was entranced by the vibrancy of it all. But don't you feel the energy, the colors, the music? It's magical, she exclaimed. Elias laughed, his warm sound reaching Zoe's heart. It is. And it's even more beautiful when you share it, he said, sincerity evident in his eyes. As the day progressed, they continued to explore, unknowingly drawing closer to each other while navigating the intricacies of their vastly different worlds. Zoe felt a budding desire to learn more, but Mira's wariness lingered, a silent reminder of their differences. Days turned into a week, and Zoe found herself inextricably drawn to Elias. Together, they wandered through the city, exploring markets bursting with flavors and sounds. He introduced her to strange foods, laughter bubbling between them as she attempted to describe her own culinary creations from her home. Is this what you call entertainment? Zoe joked, taking a hesitant bite of a spicy dish, her eyes wide as it exploded with unexpected flavor. Exactly, Elias laughed, enjoying her candid reaction. Meanwhile, Lena found herself captivated by a street artist she met in the park. His colorful canvases mirrored her vibrant spirit. She often joined him, comparing their styles, lost in dreams of creating a masterpiece together. However, Mira remained skeptical, observing from the sidelines as the connection between Zoe and Elias deepened. You're gathering too many attachments, she warned one evening, concern etched on her face. Remember our mission. But Zoe brushed off her concerns, exhilarated by the new emotions she was experiencing. Mira, this is more than just a mission for me now. I'm learning what connection feels like. Lena chimed in, a dreamy look on her face. What if we make a mural together, a fusion of our worlds, she proposed, hoping to bridge the gap. Encouraged by Lena's lightheartedness, Zoe nodded. Yes, let's show them who we are, she declared, excitement flickering in her eyes. Mira, feeling the pressure to stay cautious, warned, We need to tread carefully. This may not be how we should handle this. Zoe felt the weight of her friend's words. As the sun dipped behind the horizon, her heart raced with the realization that clashing cultures bore both challenges and unimaginable beauty. Determined to establish a sense of unity, Zoe resolved that connection was crucial. Little did they know, a deeper crisis loomed just around the corner, threatening to disrupt their burgeoning bonds. With the mural project underway, Zoe and Elias found themselves working side by side more often, discussing ideas and sharing laughter. Each brushstroke felt like a testament to the bond they were forming. As they painted, Elias listened intently as Zoe shared stories of her home, a place where nature thrived, and the air sang with the sounds of life. What was your favorite thing about your world? Elias asked one afternoon, curiosity evident in his voice. I loved the trees. Some were taller than buildings, and our rivers shimmered like gemstones, Zoe described with vivid imagery. As she spoke, she could see the passion in Elias's eyes, a flicker of appreciation for her world. Meanwhile, Lena's collaboration with the street artist blossomed into something beautiful. Together, they painted a mural filled with elements from both of their worlds, floral patterns entwined with earthly motifs, showcasing their shared passion for creativity. Mira, initially concerned, found herself warming up to human culture through her conversations with Elias's sister, who uplifted her spirits with stories of friendship and community. Before long, she understood that what she had once seen as a potential threat was instead an opportunity for growth. On the day of the mural's unveiling, the atmosphere buzzed with excitement. Children and adults gathered, eager to witness the fruits of a collaboration that symbolized harmony between the two cultures. As they unveiled the mural, the vibrant colors reflected the amalgamation of experiences, laughter, and connections made throughout their time together. Zoe stood beside Elias, her heart swelling with pride. Today marks a new beginning for both of our worlds, Zoe proclaimed, her voice steady and bright. A wave of applause erupted, echoing her sentiments. In that moment, Zoe fully grasped the importance of unity and connection, Realizing she had found more than friendship, she discovered love, and it filled her heart with warmth. However, just as the joy reached a peak, an unforeseen crisis emerged. The crowd was startled by an unexpected blast from a faulty fireworks display meant for the festival. Panic surged through the park as people screamed and began to scatter in every direction, thoughts racing through their minds. "Zoe, we need to get out of here," Mira shouted, her instincts kicking in. As chaos erupted, a bystander pointed at the girls. "What are those creatures? They caused this." Feeling trapped, the group ducked into an alley, hearts racing as they overheard whispers of hostility. "We didn't cause this," Zoe exclaimed, torn between defending their intent and escaping the misunderstanding. Elias, who had been trying to shield them from the commotion, looked grave. "We have to stay hidden until things calm down. Some people could be dangerous right now," he warned, concern etched on his face. "But we can't hide forever," Zoe insisted, frustration bubbling beneath the surface. "This isn't who we are. We need to show them that we mean no harm." Mira shook her head, a mix of fear and exasperation. "The more we stay here, the more we're putting ourselves at risk. We need to blend in, not stand out. What if we confronted the misunderstanding? If we don't, they might think we're a threat forever," Zoe replied, determination igniting. Recognizing that fear was escalating, they agreed to create a plan to return to the gathering and explain their intentions. Together, they crafted their approach, fueled not only by fear, but by a desire to connect despite cultural boundaries. As they prepared to step back into the frenetic energy of the festival, they all understood that confronting the chaos would not only test their strength, but would also challenge the ideals they had begun to cultivate among humans. The night was tinged with urgency and uncertainty as Zoe and her friends returned to the park, the ambiance still heavy from the earlier chaos. The crowd had mostly dispersed, leaving remnants of joy scattered around, a reminder of the night's vibrancy now turned into disarray. Elias led them to a quieter area where a small gathering had begun. People were sharing their concerns, fear palpable as they recounted the events leading to the disaster. Zoe's heart raced as they emerged, aware of all eyes turning toward them. "Thank you all for gathering," she began, her voice a mix of resolve and anxiety. "We want to clarify what just happened." A hush fell over the crowd, whispers erupting quickly. "They're the reason for the explosion. We shouldn't trust them," someone shouted. Feeling the tension in the air, Elias stepped forward, his voice calm yet firm. "That isn't true. They're not dangerous. They're our friends," he urged, his meaningful gestures trying to connect with overlapping fears. Zoe felt the weight of the moment pressing against her chest. With a deep breath, she pushed through. "We come from a world where our society has never known males. We are here to learn and connect. We did not cause any harm tonight," she asserted, earning nods of support from the few who respected Elias's defense. But the whispers grew louder. "What do we really know about them? They're not from our planet," another voice urged. Lena, emboldened by the unity between them, stepped in. "We're here because we want to share our cultures. Our differences can bring beauty, not fear." Her passion crackled in the air, igniting a wavering hope. At that moment, a courageous woman emerged from the crowd, stepping forward. "I saw what happened. They were merely trying to enjoy the festival when chaos broke out. We need to hear them out." She turned to Zoe. "Please continue." Zoe shared her story, her home, the beauty of nature that had been their own, and the curiosity that led them across the galaxies. Her words were filled with raw honesty, reflecting the emotional journey they had made together. As the crowd listened more intently, Zoe felt a softening in the atmosphere. "We've all experienced misunderstanding," she finished, her voice steady as she met the eyes that looked back at her. "Let this be a moment of learning, not division." Gradually, murmurs of agreement spread through the crowd. The tension began to dissipate, replaced by a growing sense of understanding. That night, they began to carve a new dialogue, one founded in empathy rather than fear. A monumental step toward bridging their two worlds, nurtured through shared vulnerability. With the community rallying and sentiments shifting, Zoe and her friends felt a renewed sense of hope. As days passed, residents approached them, interested in learning about their home. The girls decided to organize a community art project centered around unity, a mural that was set to showcase the blending of their worlds. On the day of the mural painting, laughter echoed through the park as friends from both cultures came together. Zoe and Elias worked closely, sharing stories and insights, painting over each other's mistakes, and reveling in the vibrant colors that represented their unity. "This is incredible," Elias exclaimed, stepping back to admire their progress. "It's not just art, it's a testament to our bond." Zoe felt her heart leap, culminating in a moment where reality and dreams intertwined. "We showed them who we truly are," she said, her voice filled with determination. Meanwhile, Lena collaborated with the street artist, blending their imaginative styles into something extraordinary. They roamed the streets, collecting stories and inspirations from community members, fostering a sense of togetherness. Mira, once skeptical, found herself opening up, sharing memories of her home with Elias's sister, who listened attentively, enriching their connection. "I never thought this would feel so real," Mira admitted as they painted side by side, realizing the strength in connection. The day of the mural's unveiling arrived, and the excitement was palpable. The crowds gathered, showcasing an array of emotions, from anticipation to joy. As they revealed the piece, a wave of applause erupted, marking not just an artistic accomplishment, but the culmination of their efforts toward understanding. Zoe stood proudly beside Elias, their hands intertwined. As they observed the mural, a colorful tapestry of their experiences, a sense of fulfillment enveloped them. They had fostered love and resilience, transcending boundaries that once kept them apart. In the thrumming heartbeat of the festival, amid laughter and connection, Zoe reflected on how far they had come. The connections nurtured and friendships formed. They had turned fears into hope, doubts into trust, and chief among them, uncertainty into love. As the exhilarating moments of the festival faded, Zoe found herself savoring new insights about connection. The park transformed from a place of chaos to a haven of creativity, flourishing with the bond shared by both cultures. One evening, she felt a warmth tinged with urgency and took Elias's hand, walking through the quiet after the crowds had dispersed. "Can I share something with you?" she asked softly, swaying gently under the starlit sky. "Absolutely," he replied, his voice laced with curiosity. "I've never understood what love felt like before, but with you, I feel more alive than I ever thought possible," she whispered, her heart racing at her admission. Elias reflected her feelings back with a soft smile. "I feel the same way, Zoe. Everything about you is captivating. You've shown me how important connection really is." As the two walked, a quiet intimacy enveloped them, one that had formed through their shared journey. Zoe realized that love had indeed found her amidst the unfamiliarity, creating roots in the fertile ground of understanding. Meanwhile, Lena and the street artist collaborated feverishly, pouring their emotions into vibrant pieces that echoed the theme of their unique love tales. They were inspired to combine elements from both their worlds, creating a magical narrative through brushstrokes. Mira discovered bonds emerging from unlikely friendships. Conversations with Elias's sister blossoming into a beautiful understanding that reshaped her perception of humans and their emotions. They exchanged stories over cups of tea, laughter echoing their growing closeness. On rare moments of downtime, Zoe and Elias spent time exploring collective passions, gardening, caring for the environment, and enjoying each other's company. Each encounter deepened their connection, a weave of trust and affection that began to shape their identities together. As the days turned into weeks, Zoe began to see that beyond the initial connection was something profound, a commitment to embrace the differences that had once seemed insurmountable. They all felt it, the gravitational pull of friendships woven in love and respect. Eventually, the park transformed into a thriving community hub where humans and Amazonian girls shared laughter, art, and stories of connection. The mural, a vivid representation of unity, became even more cherished, radiating warmth and acceptance across generations. Zoe stood beside Elias, both beaming with pride, their hands comfortably intertwined. Together, they represented more than just friends. They embodied the power of love that could conquer unimaginable barriers. With another festival approaching to celebrate unity, anticipation filled the air. The community was excited to return to the park, showcasing magic built through shared experiences and cherished connections. As they prepared for the festivities, Elias turned to Zoe, uncertainty evident in his eyes. "Can I ask you something?" he murmured. "Anything," she replied, searching his gaze, feeling a smile creeping onto her lips. "Will you continue to help me with community projects focused on conserving the environment? I'd love for you to be by my side as we build something meaningful for our worlds," he proposed, passion and sincerity woven into the words. Zoe's heart surged with joy. Not only had they forged a bond, but they were now partners in preserving both their rich cultures and nurturing the environment that united them. "I would love that," she replied, beaming. As the festival filled with energy, laughter, and heartfelt moments, Zoe reflected on the transformative journey they had undertaken. They had crossed paths into the unknown and found love amid fears and uncertainties. Emerging from the shadows of misunderstanding, they had created something truly beautiful, a connection that would blossom, bright and vibrant, as they faced the future together, hand in hand. As years passed, the park became a thriving community hub, a blend of cultures where humans and Amazonian girls celebrated laughter, art, and friendship side by side. Boxes of brightly painted colors adorned the vibrant mural, a testament to their shared experiences, love stories, and hopes for the future. Zoe and Elias, now partners in both love and joint ventures, maintained a passionate fight for sustainability. Their vision inspired others to embrace conservation, intertwining the beauty of their heritage into a hopeful mission for the planet. "I can't believe how far we've come," Zoe beamed, gazing across the crowd as friends and families came to celebrate another festival day. Elias nodded, warmth evident in his eyes. "It's incredible how connection can blossom. We've created a community, a family, rooted in understanding and love." Gathering their friends, they described their journey, the decentralized paths leading to a vibrant tapestry of unity. They emphasized love's capacity for profound change, celebrating the beautiful fabric woven through years of resilience. On that radiant day, Zoe looked across the crowd, her heart swelled with gratitude. She had ventured into the unknown and discovered a beautiful planet and love that defined her existence. In the park filled with laughter and joy, she recognized that by stepping into the unknown, she had found her true home, with Elias by her side, ready to navigate the future together.